Hey, what's up, team? It's Sherman here from Geek Psychology. This video is talking about a little idea that I had. I was thinking of, the idea when you're fighting in video games, you're, in an RPG or whatever, the enemies always seem to drop just like the right item that is their weakness. It's like, I'm weak to fire, here's this fire damaging item, or some sort of fire resistance on your part to help you defeat them. And so going with that, I was reminded of a quote from John Beebe that I'm going to read right now. All of the functions are required because life itself presents problems that are already differentiated in such a way that only a particular function of consciousness can solve them. So what I take this to mean is that, every class, every character type, every personality type is necessary because the things that we are attacking, the things that we are fighting in the world or challenging ourselves with, all require these different classes. So like let's say you are you're a healer, okay? But you can't do what a hunter does. Or a warrior cannot shoot fireballs like a mage. It just doesn't work. You can't do that. And so myself, as an INFP, I can't do the things like an INTJ, perhaps, right? It's a difficulty for me. It's something that I really struggle with, which is showing that those classes are necessary in their own right and in their own specific times to solve these world problems. And so bringing it back to that original idea, it's like the situation, the context, the environment provides you with a challenge, and you can't always do it with introverted feeling. Let's say you can't always do it with introverted intuition or extroverted sensing. It just doesn't always work. But a lot of times we kind of force that onto the situation because that's our tool. Like, I'm a healer. I heal things. That's what I do. I don't do ranged physical damage or whatever you want to call it, right? It just doesn't work out like that. So you need to have this awareness of, what am I against right now? And is what I'm doing actually damaging it? And I don't like thinking of everything as damage and defeating the monster or whatever, but it's a nice little analogy. So sometimes you have to shift styles, right? Like sometimes you need to be in that extroverted sensing gladiator or berserker style that's just full physical awareness, sensory awareness, and is able to jump in, engage the situation, and enjoy the physical nature of the world, right? Sometimes you need to have that guardian style that's more about implementation and verification and trying to stabilize the situation based on the past, right? Knowing what will happen in a real tangible way. Not trying to reinvent the wheel all the time like I do. And sometimes you need that extroverted intuition style, which is like this gunner, right? Who is very capable of realizing practical possibilities, like envisioning what will happen in a very short term into the future and being able to enable the change to happen, like shaking things up so that change can happen, and kind of playing with ideas, right? We need that. Sometimes you need that sentinel style, which is like introverted intuition, which is this deep insight in the direction of where things are going and like the ramifications of that, and knowing what will happen because of all these different aspects going on at the same time. I'm going to keep going with this. Sometimes you need extroverted thinking. You need to have this possibly rune master or battle mage style that is like about the logical structure and using the resources and planning out what to do, getting the contingencies set up and enforcing those and making sure that people and things work in a way that they need to work to get to where you want to go, right? Sometimes you need introverted thinking. You need this more arcanist kind of mage style that it's about clear understanding and refining the details and the definitions of things, and really just having perfect understanding of where this information fits in with what category. It would be like knowing exactly which spell to use in which situation, you know? Sometimes, I got two more. Sometimes you need this extroverted feeling kind of cleric style that's about like boosting morale and understanding other people and validating their opinions and feelings, and then using that to relate to them, to make them feel better in a situation, and to kind of bridge the gaps between people, right? Sometimes you need that introverted feeling style that's like a priest, that's kind of more in the back and kind of the moral compass that is directing people where to go and helping you focus on the people's values that are not just an individual person's values, but are universal in a way, you know? And so what I'm saying is you can't always just go out there with one style. You need to see the situation and be like, okay, it's time to get on that sentinel style and use introverted intuition, which is maybe not your best skill, but it's going to come out because it's warranted by the situation, by the boss, by the monsters that you're fighting, by the challenge, the puzzle that you're in, right? And that's it. That's what I wanted to talk about today. So I hope this helps, and I hope it, makes you think about things in a little different way, as always. All right, so keep up the lifelong questing. Thank you very much, patrons, everybody else who always is there to like and share and subscribe and comment down below. It's really motivating to see all those comments, so thank you very much. Keep up the lifelong questing. Again, good luck, have fun. Peace.